Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to bring you a very interesting update on ADA Cardano. God damn it, I cannot stop calling this stuff, right, guys? It is crazy. I've been talking about for a while on this channel now, this macro cup and handle, and that we're breaking out bullishly, and look what happened. Look how much we pumped. I was talking about this breakout at around the 20 cents mark, and we're at over 35 cents right now, guys. So like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. I don't see any other channel talking calling it as often as we are. So, guys, we will be mandatory viewing content all throughout this bull run. We'll be doing news and analysis. So let's delve into this and kind of talk about what I see happening with Cardano now in the short term. So we have been forming a massive cup and handle, right? We've been breaking out bullishly, like we've been saying it would likely would. But now, what's likely to happen here in the short term? So a few things that we should do here is we were in this ascending triangle. We broke out, take this breakout point, and see, the breakout point is roughly what we did, which is what I said it would do. Now, let's take a look at our technicals here. Okay, decreasing volume, bearish crossover on the daily stochastic. MACD still going up, RSI ticking down. So, guys, we pumped a lot. It would make a lot of sense, in my opinion, to have some kind of consolidation, some kind of pullback here. Ooh, look at this. 6 hour, very bearish candles, which makes sense. We're having a bit of a correction here, decreasing volume. We're very far away from our EMA, so I think it's a matter of time before we retest our EMA. Stochastic going down, MACD ticking down, RSI going down again, which makes sense. We are seeing a pullback here. Let's take a look at the hourly, because we will discuss what's happening here in the short term and long term. Okay, so right off the bat, I think we're in a descending triangle right here. Okay, so whatever way we break out of this thing, I think we're likely to trend in that direction for a while. Now, let's do this. If we take the length of this movement, because this could be a bull flag, right? Take the length of this movement and assume that's the breakout point. I think we have a chance of hitting 50 cents. If we break out bullishly, and if we can get above the 35 cents and close above the 35 cents, I would feel confident in saying that it's probable that in the short to midterm, we could hit 50 cents. Guys, these videos are not meant for me to tell you, go and FOMO into this right away. No, okay? I'm doing technical analysis. Technical analysis is a game of probabilities, not certainties, okay? So you need to understand that. Now, we could pull back further here. Like the, I mean, on the hourly, the stochastics on the way up, although the volume is really at a very critical low point. So any spike in volume, whether buy or sell, I think will be very telling for direction. Now, guys, we could look at our indicators here, but ultimately, given that we're in a descending triangle and near apex, I just think price action, whatever way we break out, is the most critical thing we need to be looking out for. Again, if we can maintain above the 50 EMA here in the hourly, I think that would help us remain bullish, at least in the short term here. Yeah, so let's do a fib retracement to see where we could go if we break down. Now, it's kind of somewhat torn in regards to where to start the fib retracement. Whether here makes more sense than here, but I think this is valid. So let's take a look at this. So, guys, the 236 lines up pretty closely to the bottom of this descending triangle. We may potentially be done retracing, especially if we break out bullishly. So, guys, now the 618 retracement zone lands at around the 26 cent mark. So if we break down from this, let's say the market has a little bit more of a substantial pullback, I think that finding support at the 26.3 makes some sense there. The 200 EMA would be around that mid 25 cent region if we were to have a more of a substantial pullback. Again, we need to keep our eye out for, and I say again because I'm making a bunch of videos here and I've referred to this before, but Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is extremely critical to keep an eye out for because it'll be very telling to understand what's going to happen with the altcoins. Bitcoin dominance being the total value of Bitcoin in comparison to the total value of all cryptocurrency. Whenever Bitcoin dominance rises, the altcoins typically suffer. Whenever Bitcoin dominance falls, the altcoins such as ADA typically benefit. And as well, we need to keep an eye out for Bitcoin and Ethereum because they lead the market. Whatever they do, the altcoins will follow. So that's what we need to keep an eye out for to understand what's going to happen with ADA here. In terms of a pullback, if we break down here, again, I think like there's a bunch of support throughout the mid 20s here, guys. Like if we break down, again, the 29-cent region makes sense. Perhaps extending this descending triangle to this region perhaps makes more sense, especially if we break down. I think we'd likely find support at the 25 cents due to this price action here, and the 3-2 fib retracement level is right around that area. So in the short term, if we break down, I think we're likely to find some temporary support at the 29-cent range, 28 to 29 cent. And if we break out bullishly and get above and close above the 35 here, the 36 cent. If we can close above the 36 cent, I think we're likely to see continuation of the bullish breakout from this macro cup and handle, guys. A cup and handle being one of the most bullish patterns a security can form. So that's kind of what I'm looking out for here, guys. The 50 cent makes sense if we can close above those levels, and kind of the 28, 29 cent is kind of what I'm looking out for if we are to retrace further. And again, if we were to have like even more of a substantial pullback, look at this. The 618 fib retracement level is a very critical fib retracement level. And that's exactly where the 20 EMA lines up on the 12 hours. So if we were to have more of a substantial pullback, I think the 24 cent range is going to act as like very, very, very solid support. Because again, we can see how price was reacting off the 24 cent here by these wicks. And again, just to kind of explain the way I like to think about wicks here is the longer the wick, the more price doesn't want to go that way. That's how I like to think about wicks. And when we see long wicks to the upside like this, right after a massive pump, further correction is definitely possible. So, guys, if anything interesting happens with ADA, we will definitely be talking about it in our Discord group. Link to join that will be down in the description below. As well, check out our Rarible store. We got verified. That's super cool to see. We're going to be hopefully making a full-fledged NFT store here in the near future. So if you want to support the channel, give us a follow on Rarible. And hey, consider buying an NFT. It's a great way to support the channel. If you want to trade these markets, I invite you to check out bybit. It's my favorite exchange to use for trading. Please only do so if you're experienced. Be very careful with leverage. It's very risky. A link for all that will be down in the description below. Guys, don't forget to stay tuned to this channel. Jesus Christ, we've been calling it so well. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. Take care.